books and whatnot, as words on paper can be the very destruction of one person. Just like a judge, just like the Congress, just like the politicians, so forth and so forth. Okay, history can be damaging. That's why very little history was written about anyone. All those books in that library, James E. Brown Library, the Johnson, what was it? Johnson, Texas, Dallas, Texas Library. All those books can be damaging. Your thoughts, your desires, your dreams, your ambitions put into a book. Bad way of speaking something. I would never put those in a book. They're much more valuable to a person than they are to a book. But anyway, that's why some books smell really, really good, okay? I'm gonna let that big secret out. Let's see. Then when you remove all that, you notice the smell of the book. But anyway, the book smells actually better than what they want. You might see a little bit of an orange tint around the book. When you make a book and whatnot, you normally cut yourself, don't you? You normally cut yourself when you make a book, or when you're writing for a book. To not create a book, but make a book. Delirious Crate. You'll notice something about that. It has this little orange film around every book, and I was like, oh, that's water damage. Nope. Something totally different, and you aren't allowed to know what that is. Okay. Movies. Movies can be very damaging. Movies are not movies until they're videos first. Alright? Every video and movie that you think you're attached to, you must remove the attachment. Otherwise, that movie or video never comes out to the public to view. If you like to be butt naked and showing your titties and your vagina, and you are willfully doing this and you sign the contract, you can willfully sign yourself out of the contract by the 360-hour document that normally hospitals have as well. It's 360 minutes to 360 hours that you are allowed to get out of any contract, okay? It don't matter if you're at 9 months, okay? 300, you're giving them notice that you're out of this contract. That means they can film every scene within 360 hours or 360 minutes that are non-sexual, non-perverted, anything that does not break the law. I'll be honest with you on this. Videos do break the law, and movies do too. For any of that, of it, anything explicit of saying this is my and this is my, it normally refers to that of the reference of the example, husband or wife, is illegal, okay? You can't be Mrs. Whatever and Mr. Whatever and turn around and say in a video or a movie that they are M-A-R-R-Y-E-D or wedded. Okay? That's illegal. Very highly illegal. You want me to prove it? I can. You won't like it. You get fat. You get ugly. You get stupid. You turn around, I'm gone. Trust me. Hit and run. Try to catch me, you'll see me do it again. It's not illegal to enforce law for me, okay? So, a lot of people wonder why they can't lose the weight. Two people cannot be in two places. Neither can they be with two people. And some people are not very bright in the sense of not understanding that very fact. That some people can't be in two places. Okay? Neither can someone marry two people. I'm not going to tell you how either. There is a way to marry a lot of girls at one time, providing you did the background check. If you didn't do the background check, you get shot, killed, or murdered, or they declare war against you, you deserve it. Alright? Bottom line. That's why weddings and marriages don't work. It has the highest murder rate on the planet. You want to know what the last Earth, as you reference by example of a word and name, is that of the moon. And you're going to say it's smaller than this planet. No, it's not. It just appears to be. There's also drag on this planet. But anyway, let's get down to the fact of a few other things. Is Boxy, Claudia, whatever her last freaking name, Warehouse 13, kind of does look like you, but I'm going to say, I don't know. But anyway, you asked me to actually put that on video, but I wouldn't. But I did. So anyway, in the event you go back together as a whole person, or someone tells you this and you're the whole person on the other side of the ocean, going back to 1980, tells you that this person is going to come and lie to you and tell you your name is this or this or that, and that they are a mentally psycho crazy type of person and you shouldn't believe them. That's fine and dandy, but what happens if I give you a little bit of Novocaine on your tongue and watch the other person on the other side of Europe, or the weaker one, simply pass out? Faint. Girl has a illness, as they refer to as fainting. No, she's on the other side of the ocean. Once again, she's trying to prevent someone from putting her in two places. If it forms or materializes, meaning yourself, in two places, what do? One will have its guts ripped out and the other one won't. If you go to the graveyard and put guts in one because you got your guts ripped out, you're in trouble. It's called these, called mainly grave robbing, but I've seen people do it. Try to Frankenstein a person. Is it possible? No. You're probably wondering what the beep is going on. How, Claudia? Don't look at the guy with the fuzzy eyebrows from Warehouse 13. Trust me. He's in enough trouble and he knows it. That's why he's down at Dodge right now. Anyway, as far as the other things, getting away from that conversation at Warehouse 13, everyone should do a background check. The background check is relatively free. It's $99 to see who you were with last time. This cannot be a simple guess or anything like that. It has to be factual. That means you're going to go to the British intelligence. You're going to ask for a full-in background check. You're going to say what your name is. You're going to submit a picture, preferably your passport picture, and whatnot to the British government. This is required by law. I've already done this. But anyway, as it's required by law that everyone on the planet does this to see whether or not they have two of themselves. It's also the responsibility of the British government, whether behind or not behind, in the fact of telling people this, is that you must fix your brakes. You must be within proximity of at least 1 mile of your other one, okay? If you're one of these Bible thumpers or believers that think that this is funny, it's not so funny. An altar is not that of where you sacrifice an animal, is that which is where animals are cut up. Butchered is another word, even though butchered is not a correct word. They erase butcher as being said as a word or a name, because one or the other cannot be. So if your name is, let's say for example, Hope, alright, we'll pick on that one. If your name is Hope, you cannot name yourself Hope if it's a word by definition in the dictionary. Because all you're telling me is that you messed yourself up. By law, you can be arrested, tortured, imprisoned, and put back together, thus released. Then you can spend another amount of time legally in another prison because you tried to deceive that of business and government. Business isn't so bad to deceive as deceiving government. And the reason why I'm going to say this is a lot of people think that idiot that calls himself a president is a big deal. But let me tell the current president is Donald Trump this, that law states that no one can put that of title above that of a name. It says title, President Donald Trump. You wouldn't like what a president is, trust me. I contort people. Yeah, you ain't smiling now, are you? But anyway, you need to take that president and put Donald Trump, title, president. Simple. Quotations. Both sides. It's not permanent. The day you make it permanent is probably the day that you'll find another JFK. And that was because the population didn't like. Plus, the girl he was with, who is very, very questionable. Trust me. I know. Next video.